Hey there, in this quick tutorial, I'm going to show you how to set up a self-hosted n8n instance on DigitalOcean with Cloudflare and Watchtower. And let me just explain the process here. So we are going to set up DigitalOcean Droplet using a community template as well as Cloudflare. And Cloudflare, we're going to use something called a proxy, which basically encrypts all the traffic from the browser through Cloudflare to your server. So your DigitalOcean Droplet just won't be exposed to the internet. We're also going to be using something called Watchtower, which automatically updates your Docker container, which is your n8n instance, to the latest version. This is because n8n always has a release, right? Every few days they release a new version, and you want to be up to date with that. Without Watchtower, you'll have to log in to your Droplet, manually pull, and it's just tedious, and why not just automate that and forget about it, right? So your n8n instance will just automatically be on the latest version of n8n. All right, so let's get started. So you're going to jump to this marketplace link that I'll provide. This is the recommended n8n app that DigitalOcean and n8n have created together. You're going to create Droplet, right? And then it's going to come here and it's going to start this wizard, right? So the cost for this is about $7.80. Let's create a Droplet. I'm going to click Frankfurt. That's the location. So DigitalOcean has multiple regions all across the world. Basically, a region is like a data center. So the Frankfurt data center is closest to me because I'm in South Africa. And the marketplace is the one we've selected. Please make sure that you have n8n selected here, nothing else, or an OS. If you start on the OS page, just toggle to the marketplace one. Now, for your size, we're going to click on regular, and then you're going to click on all the way to here to the $6 one. And this should be more than enough to run all your automations that your heart's desires. Okay, then let's click on enable backups. I recommended this to you because it would suck if you lose your data on your instance and you don't have a backup of it. All your workflows and everything's gone. This is only $1.80, like $2 a month. Please do it, otherwise you'll be sorry, right? And then I'm going to run this at 12 a.m. to 4 a.m. UCT time. So this basically starts at 10 p.m. my side. You're welcome to choose a different one. And then for authentication method, you can either do SSH key or password. I'm just going to go with password for now, but SSH key basically allows you to use the terminal, use one of these things to SSH root at your whatever your IP address is and log in via this terminal, or you can log in with the browser. I don't care to use the terminal. For now, I just go with the browser. So I've just chosen a password. You're welcome to generate one somewhere online. And then click this because it's free. And yeah, you should be good. $7.80 a month. Let's click create Droplet. I want to change my project to choose the correct project or create a new project on. You can go here, create a new project and click create Droplet. So we can click on this. It's booting up and it is good to go. So in the meantime, I just want to show you, these are the Docker Compose templates. So this is the recommended Docker Compose file with Caddy. Caddy is a reverse proxy similar to Nginx or Traffic, which is a Go implementation. Caddy is just the default one that they recommend. Your n8n instance, as well as Watchtower. Watchtower will run at 4 a.m. You're welcome to change this, and it will update all of the images here, right? So yeah, I'll provide that in the link as well. So yeah, we have our n8n instance up and going. Let us now move over to Cloudflare and start configuring Cloudflare. On Cloudflare, you need to create an account, and really simply, you need to come up here where it says add. You see that? So click add, connect a domain or register a domain if you haven't done this already, right? And it'll take you through this wizard. You just type in your domain name and click continue. It is a very simple and straightforward process to follow. Yeah, it'll take you less than a minute to do, and you can be onboarded really quickly. Now let's go to one of my domains. I'm not going to go to my primary domain, but I'm going to go to DNS here. So once your domain is set up, you want to go to, on the side here, DNS records. So these are all my I don't use this anymore, this domain anymore really, so that's why I'm testing on it. And what you want to do is add a record, right? Let's create an A record. I'm going to call this n8n. You can welcome to call whatever else you want. You can call it, I don't know, automations, but n8n is the stock standard. And then you want to come to your instance that you just booted up. You can click copy. So you see there's the IPv4 address. Click copy on that. Paste that in here. And make sure that proxy is true, right? Because how this works is DigitalOcean, it's basically, it creates a tunnel with this proxy. It creates a tunnel to your origin server or your DigitalOcean droplet. And this is a secure tunnel using SSL or TSL, and it prevents any network sniffing or anything like that, or access to your instance, right? It's basically like a VPN tunnel. If you are familiar with that, that's basically how it works. I'm not going to go into the details of that, but yeah. And you're welcome to make a little comment here if you want to, but let's click save. So that is our A record. Next step is to go to SSL here and then overview. And what you want to do is click configure, and you have to make sure, so we click select custom SSL, choose full, and this will enable the tunnel, right? So some of you might have flexible or off. Just click on full. Don't click on the strict one, but full, it has to be that option for this to work, right? So mine is already on full. And if we try connect to it now, that's pretty much all the steps. If we go to getoutindigital.com, I'm going to go to that. I'm going to type in my n8n dot. It should boot up or not. And looks like we have an error here. I'm going to go to my records and see what's going on. n8n, I just want to make sure that my IP address is the same. Oh, my apologies. Actually, the next step is actually to launch into the Droplet and set it up, right? So click on that Launch Droplet Console button. I forgot that we have to set it up internally. I forgot about this step, but connect to your Droplet. And yeah, now this may look intimidating to a lot of you. If you have experience doing this, may not. It's just the Ubuntu terminal. So don't let this frighten you, but basically what you want to do is, let me just zoom in here a little bit. It's going to tell you to choose a subdomain, and default n8n is the default one, right? So I'm just going to click enter, the enter key on your keyboard, click enter, and then enter your domain name. So whatever you entered on Cloudflare here, getoutindigital.com, I'm going to copy that and I'm going to paste it in. So getoutindigital.com, I recommend you just type it. All right, so does not point to the Droplet's IP address. All right, so there's a little bit of a technical difficulty there, but what I've done is just gone back into the DNS records, and I've disabled this proxy true. We'll enable this in a second. Just to get it starting, wait 1 minute because the time to live is only 1 minute, and click save. Give it a moment and then type in your domain name. We'll enter that in a second. Email address for Let's Encrypt. So I've created a group. You're welcome to use your Gmail or your business email. So I've just got ssl.houghtondigital@houghtondigital. Let me just zoom in here a bit and click enter. Would you like to configure a time zone? Sure. Let's click yes. So I'm in Africa. And then I know South Africa is number 45, but just look for your country and your continent. And then just make sure that this time matches whatever's up there. So let's click 1 for yes. and then it's going to start pulling the caddy instance or the caddy Docker image, as well as the n8n Docker image. So it's done pulling and it's done extracting. Everything is ready to go. We should be able to access it now on our subdomain. So let's just go here, enter that, and there it goes. n8n workflow ready to set up and create an owner. I want to reconfigure this proxy stuff. So let's click on proxy save. It'll take a moment. I'm going to click refresh and we should be good, right? So the next step is in here, before we go back to Google Chrome, is just to click cd opt n8n and then click the tab on your keyboard, enter, right? And if we just clear, you'll see LSLA. We'll see that this is what the setup looks like. We have an environment variable. So if we cut that out, print it out onto the screen, you see data folder, your domain name. So you can change this later down the line if you want to, your subdomain and your current time zone, and then your SSL email. It's all stored in this .env file. And this is your caddy config. So what your caddy config is, I know this may look a bit scary to some, but if you just look inside here, it's nothing scary like the caddy file. It just says, hey, n8n.getHeartandDigital, reverse proxy it. So pass the requests onto our n8n Docker image or Docker container running, and flush interval. I don't actually know what that means, to be honest, but yeah, that is the whole setup. You're also welcome to cat out the Docker compose file, and you'll see here, this is what it looks like. Very similar to what I'm going to provide you. So let's get started. Let's jump back onto this thing. I'm going to create my account, and I'm just going to set up my surname, and I want to fill a password. Click next, click save. And then, I don't know, I'm just going to choose stuff that is relevant towards you. So I'm actually, it's actually other, but yeah, you're welcome to manage service provider, business owner. Welcome to click, fill that out. This is an important step. You want to send me a free license key. Click send, and then it'll send you an email, and you just click accept on that. But yeah, this is our n8n instance. You can see here we are running version 1.120.4, and we still need to activate our license key. I would recommend that you all enable two-factor authentication. It's very simple. And that's pretty much the process to set it up. I'm going to show you how to install Watchtower now. As you can see, we have the SSL set up here. It's proxied. Everything is working and good to go. If you do, however, get like error workflow, I've made a video on this, but like can't retrieve workflows. What you want to do is come to the network tab and just click disable cache and then give it a refresh. And that'll fix that problem. If you see like some init or something, error struggling to init data or something like that, just click on the disable cache and you should be good to go. So next step is now we are going to update this Docker file, Docker compose, to our version with Watchtower. So what we're going to do is we're going to use Vim. I know Vim is scary, but let's click on Vim, Docker compose, tab it, enter, and then a shortcut I like to do is press the D and then capital G, and that will just delete the whole file. Copy the Docker compose from the resources I give you, and then click I on your keyboard. So you see it says no lines in buffer. Click I. It'll change to insert and command or control V to paste. And this is the new config, right? So just be careful. Click escape. Then you're out of insert mode. :WQ to write and quit. And now this is where the magic happens. So let's click clear, or let's type in clear, not click. And then we do Docker compose down. So we're going to do Docker compose down to shut down our current n8n and caddy. So it's going to pull it, shut down everything, and then we're going to do Docker compose up -d, and this is to start up Docker compose again, and then D is for daemon, not demon, daemon. And what a daemon is, it is just a process that runs in the background. So click on that or enter that. It'll start to pull Watchtower. It's going to create everything, and if we do Docker compose PS, you'll see here that we have Watchtower, n8n, and caddy, and I'm just going to stream the logs. So Docker compose logs n8n -f, okay? And you can see here, this is our logs, right? So everything is beautiful, it's working, and if we refresh this, you can see that n8n is good to go. Let's create our first workflow. So I'm just going to have a little trigger manual and click save. And that's it. This is n8n. If you come to settings, you will always have the latest version, right? This is the complete breakdown, the complete workflow for getting you up and running. Obviously, I'm going to delete my instance, so none of this stuff will exist anymore after this YouTube tutorial. That is the complete tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you followed along and you understand it. If you don't understand everything, that's completely fine. But this is the complete DigitalOcean, Cloudflare, as well as Watchtower config for keeping your n8n self-hosted n8n instance up to date. Take care.